Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Juan Solo here with ASQD Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in today for some more State of Decay 2. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about a honest review of State of Decay 2 from a gamer. You know, there's been a lot of reviews, you know, IGN and a bunch of other places or whatever, that really did not give this game as good of a score as I think it needed to have. Just because, you know, I don't know. I mean, they gave this game a lower rating than the first game, which doesn't really make any sense because this game, there's so much more to do. There's so much more fluidness and smoothness to the game, graphics, everything, so many less bugs and lag and stuff. So we're just going to be kind of talking about a few things here. This isn't going to be a really long, really in-depth review, but this is just going to be an honest review from a person that is a gamer that loves playing video games. So first things first, the game itself. There's so much more to offer in this game than the first game, with just the amount of backstory, with just even right out of the gate, right at the start of the game, you know, you pick your characters, and then it gives you a backstory on those characters, a little bit of narrative, and then you get in there, you do your tutorial and stuff, and then you kind of expand out into this wide open world that has so many buildings, so many enterable buildings, so much stuff to loot, so many zombies, and it runs so smooth. Me personally, I'm playing on PC, so obviously I don't have any problems with frame rate. I have mine on ultra graphics and maxed out and everything, running about 120 frames. So it's not a problem for me, but obviously on console it was a little bit limited with the frame rates. I think all of the consoles were limited to between 30 and 40 frames, which honestly, as long as it's a set rate, as long as it's a smooth set frame rate, it's not a big deal, you know, it's really not. So, and then kind of what the other thing is a lot of people were talking about, oh, you know, the game is just, it's so repetitive. Well, most games nowadays, it's very tough not to be, because there's only so much variety you can put into a game with missions and that kind of thing. So repetitiveness, I'm okay with that. Obviously, you're in a post-apocalyptic environment. How many different things are you really gonna do? You know, you're going to go out, you're going to try to gather supplies, you're going to need to gather food. If, you know, obviously you're going to have to hunt down some zombies and stuff to take care of them, to get them out of the area. You're going to meet up with other enclaves, whether they be hostile or friendly or neutral, and you kind of do things depending on what they are. Obviously, if they're hostile, you're going to kill them. If they're neutral, you're going to try to it's kind of up to you of whether or not you want to trade with them and make them an ally, or you want to just go in there and kill them and take all their stuff. That's completely up to you, which is another thing that I think is good for this game. It allows you to have freedom of your choice. So you can play it however you want to. You can, you know, by playing the game, you can play as different leadership roles, and those are going to affect gameplay heavily. Obviously, if you go in as a warlord, you're going to have a lot more enemies. The game might be a little bit tougher from a human standpoint, but you're going to have access to more weapons and more guns and ammunition and stuff. If you go in as a trader, you can be able to trade with those other enclaves, and you're going to have access to who knows how much different loot, because everything kind of cycles with the traders, and you will be able to summon those people directly to your base rather than have them, you know, have to go find them out in the open world. And then obviously a builder, you know, is more of kind of a passive role. You're just going to kind of sit back, hunker down, and just kind of build your way out of this apocalypse. And the sheriff, you know, that's kind of a leadership role that I think a lot of people are going to go for, just because he has access to the infirmary, or the field hospital. And, you know, so many Walking Dead fans out there want to play as Rick Grimes and stuff. But, you know, overall from that standpoint, it's a very good game. It has a lot of depth with the character mechanics, you know, with the all the different skills and traits and stuff. There's over 1,000 different traits and stuff in this game, and then obviously with all the skills and stuff, being able to level up your skills and specialize all your skills to even more kind of custom cater this game to your playstyle, depending on how you rank up your characters and how you branch out their skill tree and stuff. It just makes for a lot of replayability, and it's cool, because there's not going to be very often where two people's games are going to be, you know, even close to the same, which is good for a game like this. That adds a lot of replay value. For instance, if you go all the way through the game, you play all through the game, you kind of do the thing you want to do, the very next time you go through, the chances of you being even close to the way you played through the first time is very, very slim, just based on the mechanics and stuff that they have in this game. You know, Undead Labs, the mechanics and stuff. And then last but not least, I just kind of want to talk about a couple things here real quick with the weapon, the weapon play, and then just overall the fluidness of the game. So the gunplay in this game is very, very good. You know, the first first game, a lot of people were talking about how kind of clunky it was and stuff. It's very smooth in this game. It feels very natural. I do kind of wish that we could customize our guns a little bit more, but that's the complete side topic. That has nothing to do with the way the game plays, the performance of the game. And then obviously with the open world, it looks very good. It's actually a lot more expansive than I thought it was, because a lot of people, one of the things they were saying is the maps are too small. They look so small. They're not that small. They're quite large. I've ran out of fuel in my truck twice already, just because I didn't realize that it was that far to the next gas station. So, you know, overall, it's a pretty expansive game. And then obviously we have 3 maps, and then there's going to be a 4th map in DLC, probably even a 5th map somewhere down the road. And they're going to be supporting this game, you know, obviously bringing new loot, new maps, new characters, new weapons and vehicles and everything down the road. So I expect this game to be supported very, very well. And then overall, I would probably give this game, if I were to actually have to put a number on it, I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just because, you know, obviously the co-op, I would love to have seen some sort of PvP, but obviously that's not the way this game is meant to be played, and I'm totally okay with that. You guys don't attack me in the comments section for talking about PvP, okay? But overall, just the way the game plays, playing with other people, playing with NPCs, playing solo by yourself, it feels very natural, it feels very fluid, it feels very smooth compared to the first game. And I think especially anybody that's a fan of the first game is going to absolutely love State of Decay 2, as well as new players and stuff. If you guys have never played the first game, you're going to come in here to the second game, and it's not really that hard to learn the controls, and overall I think you're going to have a great time. And you know, it's a good game, and I look forward to playing this game for months and months, or even if not years down the road. And then also real quick here at the end of the video, guys, let me know, how much have you guys played already? The game's been out for about 12 hours or so. You know, how much have you guys played? Are you guys enjoying State of Decay 2? What are your first thoughts? What are your first impressions of the game? Make sure to leave them down there in the comments so we can talk about it. But that's pretty much all for the review of State of Decay 2, guys. Like I said, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Very good game. Props to Undead Labs for everything they've done, and can't wait to see more content coming to the game. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you guys found it helpful, you guys are excited that State of Decay 2 is finally here, make sure to slap that like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all things State of Decay 2. I'm going to be covering this game very in-depth now that it is finally released. But that's all for now, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.